Good day. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the readings that we um, have read for class and discussion, and I really want to talk about the subject of technology and how we feel we can control technology or not control technology. Also, I would like to talk about the creations that we have made with technology and whether or not we should embrace what we've made or created around um, technological advancements, as well as the question. I'd like to address the question of if we should continue to grow technology or if we should hit pause and stop creating and focus on something else. So, in class, we went over some readings, and on our own, we went over some readings with about loving our monsters, and that was actually reading from an author, Latour, if I'm saying his name correctly. But this author suggests that we should love our monsters, or should we love our monsters? And I actually am in agreement in some ways that we should love our monsters. If we have made creations um, from what we've been given by a higher being or God, if we've used those materials that were gifted to us to make a creation. Um, I have a firm belief that, based on Genesis in the Holy Bible, where God says that everything that He created is good. Now, also within Genesis, we are also told that everything that was created for us by God is given to us for us to control. And so when I say yes, we should love our monsters, or yes, we should love our creations, I believe that if we have created those things can also be good. Now, there is another side to that. There can be an argument that if we have created something and we have created it for malintent, or like we are planning to use it for something that maybe is not good, then of course there can be the argument that maybe you wouldn't want to love something like that because it's not good, or the intent of having it or it being is not good. So I can understand that argument. And so, but all in the same essence of that, I believe that there needs to be an existence of good and bad for there to be balance in the world. And I honestly believe that is the way that the world was created. When good was created, I think bad was created as well. And so, in order for things to balance out or to have even measure, I think in the same token, when we think about other philosophies that might address yin and yang, those things will always exist, coexist. And I think those things are needed. Also, moving along, when we talk about are we in control of our technology? Well, I go back to yes, we are. We can control what we decide to create, right? Um, if we decide to bake a cake, we've used the materials that we are given to bake that cake. So we are in control of what we create. We are. Now, I think, of course, the question can be posed, well, if um, we decide to create something and it maybe goes out of control, um, are we in control of it if it reigns out of our control? And the answer is yes. I'll say specifically, working in the tech field, And we use language to speak to computers that we've created, obviously. Um, but we use command lines to in scripting to speak to the computers that we've created with different languages, such as Python or Java. So we use all of those things to speak to the creations that we have created. And so, yes, we are in control because we tell our creations what to do and how to act and how to react. We've taught them all of those things. So, yes, and that way we are in control of our technology. And if it gets out of our control, that is also on us too. So that's for us to take accountability. So then I want to go also into another point, uh, and it's addressing regrowth with one of the authors, Caradonna, um, where we are challenged to question as to whether or not we need to continue to create. Is it a good idea to continue to create or to regrowth or degrowth? I'm sorry. For degrowth, should we hit pause on um, growing? And the question I would pose is, why would we want to do that? As humans, I feel as though it's natural for us to want to create and to have new things come about, or to reinvent or invent again, or I think it's a natural thing for us to want to do. And so I would say, if we were to hypothetically hit pause and um, refrain from growing technology, as humans, I think we feel as though the need to continue to have our hands in something and to be growing and creating and procreating, or any of those things. So I think if we are to do that, then that is the time that we make time useful and continue to pass time by turning the lens within ourselves and to grow ourselves, whether it be spiritually. That's a big one. I think, as humans, we have an opportunity to improve on, but also, you know, it can not also be spiritually, but it can be mental growth. It can be growth and improvement in health physically. So those are all things that I think we can consider. So yes, we should love our monsters. We should take accountability for our creations, and we should do the best that we can to maintain and control those things. So that's why I go into saying, yes, we are in control because we tell our technology how to act. We created it, so we give it permission and instructions on how to act. And also, yes, there may be a time for degrowth or to hit pause on creating. And that is a great time to look into ourselves and see how we can grow and to improve, and so that we can have a positive um, effect on our environment and those around us. Thanks for listening.